10 years ago, two companies bought their first AI tool in the same month. Same industry, same size, same ambition. If you'd looked at them back then, you would have said, yeah, they're basically twins. Fast forward to today, and one of those companies is almost unrecognizable. Not because it has the most AI toys. Not because it has the fanciest demos. It's unrecognizable because AI changed what kind of organization it is. Things that used to require a committee, 3 meetings, and a slide deck, now get decided in an afternoon. The company senses, decides, and adjusts almost like one connected organism. And the other company? It also has more AI than ever. Dozens of tools. Great pilots. Shiny chatbots. And yet, it runs the way it always ran. Same silos. Same bottlenecks. Same broken handoffs. It didn't become different. It just bolted AI onto the side of the old machine. So maybe the real question was never, how much AI do you have? The real question is, what kind of organization did AI turn you into? Welcome to the Intelligence Edge. I'm Nakel Nakima, co-founder and CEO of B.I.M Corporation, and this is the Season 2 finale. All season long, we've been following the arc. We started with that AI inflection point, then we got into governance, the human-AI partnership, hallucination, and bias. We walked AI through finance, operations, strategy, and the customer experience. We hit risk. We argued about proof of value. We tried to separate what works from what sounds cool. Tonight we bring it all together. What does a truly intelligent organization look like? How do you know where you stand today? And how do you climb, without fooling yourself? That's what a maturity model is for. And we're building Maturity Model 2.0. And I'm not doing it alone. We've got a 4-guest panel for the finale. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, organizational scientist who studied AI maturity across hundreds of enterprises. Gabriel Ortiz, CEO who led a full AI transformation, and, importantly, almost wrecked one first. Nadia Haddad, CIO and operating model architect who rebuilds how companies actually run. And Thomas Reeve, industry analyst and proud maturity model skeptic. Alright. Let's get into it. Dr. Tanaka, I want to start with the obvious question. Why do we even need a maturity model? Why not just tell companies, use more AI, hire more data scientists, get more tools, done?
Because maturity isn't a stack of tools. It's how deeply intelligence is embedded in the way the organization operates. The same model, literally the same tool, can produce totally different outcomes depending on what surrounds it. The data environment. The decision rights. Whether people trust the outputs. Whether the operating model can act on what the system learns. Whether the culture punishes experimentation or rewards it. A maturity model is a map of those surrounding conditions. Without a map, organizations tend to overestimate where they are because they count activity. They count pilots. They count licenses. They count dashboards. They don't measure transformation.
So the scoreboard can lie to you.
Very easily. And often confidently.
Okay, now the big thing, why are we calling this Maturity Model 2.0? What did the earlier generation get wrong?
Most first-generation maturity models treated maturity like a technology ladder. More data equals higher maturity. More models equals higher maturity. More automation equals higher maturity. That's not useless, but it measures inputs. Maturity 2.0 is about behavior. How does the organization function when the world shifts? Can it sense change quickly? Can it make good decisions under uncertainty? Can it reconfigure the way it operates when assumptions break? Those are organizational capabilities. Not technical checkboxes. And here's the uncomfortable truth, you can be technically advanced and still be organizationally immature. In fact, most companies are exactly that.
Alright, I'm gonna jump in right there, because this is where I'm supposed to be annoying.
Please. This is the finale. You have permission to be fully annoying.
Good. Maturity models deserve suspicion. A lot of them are basically marketing dressed up like science. You know the type. 5 neat boxes, a clean upward arrow, and surprise, the vendor's product lives conveniently at level 5. A model is only useful if it tells you something you don't want to hear. If every diagnostic ends with, buy more of what I sell, it's not a diagnostic. It's a sales funnel.
So what makes one honest, in your view?
3 things. 1. It has to be willing to put you at level 2 and mean it. Not as an insult, as a real placement. 2. It has to describe traps, not just trophies. And 3. It has to be technology agnostic, measuring what your organization can actually do, not what platform is installed. If it meets those conditions, we can use it. If not, it's corporate wall art.
Can I add something from the operating model side?
Yeah, please.
This isn't academic. If you misdiagnose your level, you apply the wrong medicine. A level 2 company tries to copy level 4 governance, and suddenly they've built a bureaucracy they can't sustain. Everything slows down. People stop trying. Or the opposite happens. A level 4 company keeps doing level 2 pilots, little proofs of concept forever, and then they wonder why nothing scales or compounds. Knowing your level isn't about judgment. It's about picking the right problem. That's the practical value.
All right. Let's build the model. Dr. Tanaka, 5 levels. Walk us through it like we're actually going to use it Monday morning.
Level 1 is experimental. That's scattered pilots. Curiosity-driven work. Maybe a few smart people trying things in their spare time. There's no shared strategy, no common data foundation, no real governance. In Level 1, AI is basically a hobby the organization tolerates. A lot of companies start here, and many stay here longer than they admit, because activity feels like progress.
They're busy, but not different.
Exactly. Level 2 is operational. Now AI is delivering value in pockets. Marketing might have a great model. Finance might have a forecasting system. Operations might have a scheduling optimizer. But each pocket is a silo. The value is real, but trapped. Nothing connects. Nothing compounds. And this is where a lot of ambitious companies get stuck, because it looks impressive from the outside. Level 3 is systematic. This is where an organizational backbone appears, shared data, common standards, real governance, cross-functional coordination. AI stops being a pile of tools and becomes an enterprise capability you can actually steer. This is the hardest jump, and it changes everything once you make it. Level 4 is strategic. Now AI reshapes decision-making and the operating model. It's not just supporting the business. It's changing the shape of the business, new products, new economics, decisions made faster and with higher quality than the old organizational design could manage. Level 5 is adaptive. This is what we're calling AI native. Intelligence is the operating system, not an app. The organization continuously senses, decides, learns, and reconfigures. At level 5, you don't run special projects to add AI. You use intelligence to run the company and to change the company. Very few organizations are truly here. And the ones that are usually don't brag about it. They're too busy adapting.
Let me see if I can summarize the feel of those levels. Level 1 is like AI as a hobby. Level 2 is AI in silos. Level 3 is the backbone. Level 4 is a new shape. Level 5 is a new nature.
That's a good shorthand.
Gabriel, you've lived through the climb. Where did you get stuck?
2 to 3. No question. We were like the poster child for level 2. We had these brilliant pockets. Marketing had something that genuinely moved revenue. Supply chain had something that genuinely reduced waste. Finance had its own models, but they couldn't talk to each other. And the worst part is we kept reinventing the same concepts in every silo. Like, how many versions of the customer do you want? We had 3, sometimes 4, and everyone insisted theirs was correct.
That's so common it almost feels inevitable.
We thought scaling meant building more pockets. More models, more teams, more tools. But scaling didn't mean more. It meant connected. And I'll say it directly, that wasn't mainly a technology problem. It was political. Every silo protected its data like it was territory. And nobody wanted to give up decision rights.
How did you finally break through it?
We almost didn't. Our first attempt failed. We tried to force integration from the top, and the organization rejected it. What eventually worked was making shared intelligence the easiest path. We built one trusted data foundation that was so good and so useful that going around it was harder than using it. We stopped telling people collaborate. We made collaboration the default. That's the level 3 jump. And I know it sounds like a bumper sticker, but it's true. It was 90% operating model and culture, and maybe 10% technology.
And I just want to underline something Gabriel said, because it matters, he failed first. The glossy maturity diagrams never show the messy climb. They show rungs. They don't show the snakes. A real maturity model has to assume people will fall, backslide, and get bruised.
Alright, let's make this useful in the most practical way possible. Segment 3 is the survival guide, the traps. Nadia, if you had to name what keeps organizations stuck at each level, how would you describe it?
Level 1, the perpetual pilot. You run experiments forever because pilots are safe. Nobody has to prove durable value. Nobody has to change a process. Nobody has to take accountability for outcomes. It's activity without commitment. Level 2, the comfortable silo. Each pocket is winning locally. So why would they change? They're getting praised. They're getting budget. The pain of disconnection stays invisible until someone else connects everything and suddenly you're losing in ways you can't explain. Level 3, bureaucracy. You create governance to enable scaling, standards, review boards, risk processes, and then it hardens into a permission office. Everything becomes a request. Everything becomes a ticket. Governance that only says no is a level 3 organization pretending it's mature. Level 4, arrogance. You reshape the business. It's working. You start believing the machine is always right, and you stop interrogating it. That's exactly where risk creeps in. Slowly, then suddenly.
Perpetual pilot, comfortable silo, permission office, arrogance. One trap guarding every rung. Dr. Tanaka, is there a trap at level 5 too? Or is that like enlightenment?
There's a trap, and it's subtle. At level 5, the organization adapts continuously. That's the superpower. But adaptation without wisdom can become rapid self-deception. You can optimize brilliantly toward the wrong objective. You can adapt so fast that humans don't notice you're drifting, until you've adapted off a cliff. Maturity removes friction. And friction, sometimes, is what used to keep you from making your biggest mistakes at full speed.
This is why I never want people to treat the model like a religion. Even the most advanced organization still needs a human in the room who asks the most dangerous question. Adapting toward what?
I can confirm that from the CEO seat. The higher we climbed, the less my job was managing tasks. The machine became incredible at answering how. It never answered why. It never answered whether we should. If anything, the responsibility for direction got heavier, not lighter.
That's such a counterintuitive truth. People think automation equals less responsibility. But what you're saying is, you get less busy work, and more moral and strategic weight.
Exactly.
Okay. Segment 4, how to climb a level. Not in theory, in mechanics. Nadia, if someone listening is trying to move up one rung over the next year, what are the moves?
3 moves in order. First, diagnose honestly, not based on how many tools you bought, based on capability. And I'll warn everyone, your pride will place you one level higher than reality. So assume you're a level lower than you want to be, and then verify. Second, fix the real constraint that holds your current level in place. Not the easiest constraint, the real one. If you're stuck at level 2, your constraint is usually shared data and decision rights, not a lack of models. At level 1, it might be the absence of a strategy and ownership. At level 3, it might be governance that's blocking speed instead of enabling trust. Third, build the next level's capability before you need it. That's the part most organizations hate because it feels like investing early. But you need the culture, the governance, and the operating model strong enough to hold the new altitude. Otherwise you climb, and then you fall back down.
Gabriel, what would you tell a CEO listening right now who wants to jump from level 2 to level 5 because they saw a keynote and got inspired?
Don't skip a rung. I tried to skip. Everybody tries. You see the future and you want to teleport. But each level builds a muscle you need for the next one. If you skip, you end up with level 5 ambition, level 2 plumbing, and a very expensive crash. Climb the ladder you're actually on.
And I'll add one emphasis. The hardest and most valuable jump is 2 to 3. That move, from pockets to backbone, is the great filter. Most transformations die there because it requires changing power structures, not just installing technology. So if you're going to invest disproportionately anywhere, money, attention, executive time, invest in the 2 to 3 transition.
And here comes my skeptic's footnote.
Please. Finale skeptic footnote. Let's go.
Not every organization needs level 5. If you're in a stable category, slow-moving market, predictable environment, level 3 might be exactly the mature, profitable destination. Maturity is a means, not a trophy. Climb because your world demands it, not because a diagram made you feel behind.
That's actually freeing. The goal isn't to max out the model. The goal is to meet reality.
Right. And honestly, the most immature move is chasing the scoreboard instead of the business.
All right. Rapid round. Segment 5. Level 5 in a sentence. Finish this line. A truly AI-native organization is one that. Dr. Tanaka.
Learns faster than its environment changes, and can tell the difference between adapting and drifting.
Gabriel.
Frees leaders from managing tasks so they can protect direction.
Nadia.
Runs on intelligence as an operating system, not as an app you occasionally open.
Thomas.
Still keeps a human asking toward what, and still listens when the answer is inconvenient.
Learns faster than the world changes. Guards direction. Runs on intelligence. And never stops asking, toward what? Alright, close it with me. We've reached the end of Season 2. 13 episodes ago we asked what happens when intelligence becomes, well, intelligent. We watched AI move through governance and collaboration. We faced hallucination and bias head-on. We tracked AI across finance, operations, strategy, and the customer. Then we sat with risk. And we pushed on the hard part, proving value. Tonight we mapped the full climb, from scattered experimentation, to siloed wins, to a real backbone, to strategic reshaping, to what it means to be genuinely adaptive. Not just having AI, but becoming the kind of organization that can think with it. And here's what I want you to carry out of this season finale. Every tool we discussed. Every framework. Every governance board. Every maturity level. None of that is the edge by itself. The edge is what you choose to do with intelligence once you have it. Because even the most advanced organization on Earth is still a group of people making decisions about purpose. Deciding what they're for. Deciding what they will not automate. Deciding where the line is, where the machine doesn't cross. Technology gives you leverage. Judgment gives you direction. And only together do they give you an edge. My deep thanks to Dr. Yuki Tanaka, Gabriel Ortiz, Nadia Haddad, and Thomas Reeve for joining this finale panel. And to every guest who joined us this season. Most of all, thank you for listening, and for doing the work of thinking seriously in a world that increasingly tries to do it for you. Season 3 is coming. And we're shifting our focus from the enterprise to the leader, the psychology of decision-making itself, where intelligence meets the human mind that has to wield it. Until then, sharpen your judgment, protect your direction, and keep your intelligence edge. I'm Nakel Nakima. This has been the Intelligence Edge, from the B.I channel radio.